Over 2,400 years ago, in the vast Persian Empire under King Ahasuerus, also known as Xerxes, a young Jewish woman named Esther rose from obscurity to save her people from certain destruction. This is the Book of Esther, the only book in the Bible where God's name is never mentioned, yet his providence is evident on every page. Set after the Babylonian exile, Jews lived as a minority in Persia. The story unfolds in the opulent capital of Susa, where banquets, intrigue, and a genocidal plot test faith and courage. Today, we retell this epic, animated in 3D, celebrating the festival of Purim it inspired. King Ahasuerus throws the most extravagant banquets in history, 180 days displaying the empire's wealth, followed by a 7-day feast for all in Susa. Wine flows freely. He commands Queen Vashti, renowned for her beauty, to appear before the drunken guests wearing her royal crown to show off her loveliness. Vashti refuses, asserting her dignity. Enraged and advised by his nobles, fearing a precedent for wives disobeying husbands, the king deposes Vashti and issues an empire-wide decree seeking a new queen. A beauty contest gathers young women from across the empire. Among them is Hadassah, an orphaned Jewish girl raised by her cousin Mordecai in Susa. She's renamed Esther and, following Mordecai's advice, hides her Jewish heritage. After months of preparation with oils and beauty treatments, Esther wins the king's heart. She's crowned queen in a grand ceremony. Mordecai sits at the king's gate, watching over her. Mordecai overhears 2 eunuchs plotting to assassinate the king and warns Esther, who reports it, saving the king's life, recorded in the Chronicles. Later, the king promotes Haman the Agagite, descendant of Amalekites, to highest noble. All must bow to Haman, but faithful Mordecai refuses, citing his Jewish principles. Furious, Haman learns Mordecai's people are Jews and plots their total annihilation, casting Pur, or lots, to choose the date, the 13th of Adar. News of the edict spreads terror. Jews fast and mourn in sackcloth. Mordecai urges Esther through messenger, "Do not think you will escape in the palace while your people perish. Perhaps you have come to royal position for such a time as this." Esther, risking death by approaching uninvited, calls for 3 days of fasting and prayer among Susa's Jews, then declares, "If I perish, I perish." On the 3rd day, Esther dons royal robes and stands in the inner court. The king, seeing her, extends his golden scepter, sparing her life and offering up to half the kingdom. Esther invites the king and Haman to a private banquet. Haman feels honored, boasting to his wife and friends, but still enraged by Mordecai. That night, the king cannot sleep. He orders the Chronicles read and discovers Mordecai's unrewarded deed. Asking Haman, arriving early to request Mordecai's execution, what should be done for the man the king delights to honor. Haman, assuming it's himself, describes royal robes, horse, and public proclamation. The king commands Haman to honor Mordecai exactly that way, humiliating Haman publicly. At the 2nd banquet, Esther reveals, "I and my people have been sold to destruction." The king demands, "Who is this?" Esther points, "Haman." Enraged, the king storms out. Haman begs Esther on her couch. The king returns, misinterpreting as assault. Haman is hanged on the 50-cubit gallows he built for Mordecai. Mordecai receives Haman's position and ring. A new edict allows Jews to assemble and defend themselves on the 13th of Adar. Jews triumph over enemies across the empire. In Susa, they celebrate on the 14th and 15th, establishing Purim with feasting, sending food gifts, charity to the poor, and annual reading of the Megillah. Esther's courage, Mordecai's faithfulness, and unseen providence turned death into life. Purim reminds us God works through ordinary people in dark times. For such a time as this, subscribe for more biblical animations, share this story, and celebrate courage today.